2, 1.
7 things you probably didn't know you need to know. I'm Jamie East, and this is the Smart 7.
Good morning, everybody. It's Thursday, the 21st of October, and it's Back to the Future Day. And a big happy birthday to Kim Kardashian, Judge Judy, Peter Mandelson, and Doja Cat. There were 49,139 new cases of COVID-19 yesterday, with 179 additional deaths announced. That's the 8th day in a row that cases have been above 40,000, and NHS chiefs are warning that hospitals are on the verge of being overwhelmed. Business Secretary Kwasi Kwarteng was absolutely clear, though, with Susanna Reid on Good Morning Britain when it comes to another lockdown.
I don't think there'll be another lockdown.
You don't think, or you rule it out?
I rule it out.
Professor Adam Finn, who's a member of the Joint Committee on Vaccination and Immunisation, says that we're at a point where the vaccine alone won't be enough.
These vaccines are extremely good at preventing you from ending up in hospital or on a ventilator or even dying of this infection. But their ability to stop you actually getting the infection at all or pass it on are modest. So if we want to see figures going back down, and we want to reverse the current trend, which is up, we're going to have to do more than that. And it really is time that everyone got the message that they can't just go back to normal if they want to avoid further restrictions later in the year.
Health Secretary Sajid Javid was in the Big Blue briefing room for a COVID update, and even as he was warning cases could hit 100,000 per day, there's no sign of a plan B being ruled out yet. The focus remains on encouraging people to get vaccinated and taking up the booster shots.
We've also started rolling out our booster program, which is vital to keeping us safe over the coming months. And without delivering a top-up of protection through a booster dose, we will see a real-world impact.
Wednesday saw Prime Minister's question time in the Commons after a bruising few days since the death of Sir David Amess. Boris was straight back to finger-pointing and his usual bluster.
Because that was one of the most important things this government passed and which that party opposed.
Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer was not in the mood.
Really? After the week we've just had, I really don't want to descend to that kind of knockabout.
But he did want to know what the government is doing about enacting the online safety bill.
As we were paying tribute to Sir David on Monday, Telegram users could access videos of murders and violent threats against politicians, the LGBT community, women and Jews, as we were paying our respects. Tough sanctions are clearly needed. Yet under the government's current proposals, directors of platforms failing to crack down on extremism would still not face criminal sanctions. Why is that?
The United States has struggled with the Delta wave of COVID-19, but Joe Biden's introduction of vaccine mandates has seen the number of new cases start to fall. There is still strong resistance to mandates, particularly in police departments, but as White House spokesperson Jen Psaki points out to Fox News' Peter Dookie, cops have been particularly badly affected by COVID.
What was the number one cause of death among police officers last year? Do you know? COVID-19. So that's something that we're working to address.
Now New York Mayor Bill de Blasio has introduced a vaccine mandate for all municipal workers, including cops, firefighters and EMTs.
It's a mandate now for all city agencies, all city workers. It's time for everyone to get vaccinated. Our public employees are going to lead us out of the COVID era.
As nightclubs reopen, there have been a number of reports of people being spiked by injection, so much so that a petition calling for action has now reached over 140,000 signatures. Student groups are calling for a nightclub boycott, and now Priti Patel has asked for an update from forces to assess the scale of the problem around the country. Sarah Buckle says she was spiked in the leg on a night out and has no memory of anything from the evening.
It was last Monday night, actually. I went out with my friends to a nightclub in the city. Nothing more than what we would usually do. I remember going in, going to the bar, going to the toilet, going to the photo booth, and then up until that moment, my memory is a blank until I get home and I'm getting my phone charger.
Still to come on the Smart 7, Jason Momoa gets very excited about his favourite pop star, and Netflix have a date for your 2022 diary. Right after this.
You're listening to the Smart 7. If you're enjoying it, you might also like the Smart 7 Ireland edition. Just search and follow us on your favourite podcast platform.
3,
To no one's real surprise, Steve Bruce and Newcastle United parted company by mutual consent on Wednesday, just 3 days after he marked 1,000 games as a football manager. There were 8 more games in the Men's Champions League last night, and slightly strangely 1 game in the Europa League, which saw Leicester grab a 4-3 away win at Spartak Moscow. Chelsea faced off against Malmo, while Man United played host to Atlanta. Chelsea comfortably won 4-0, while Man United were 2-0 down at half-time. Somehow, thanks to Marcus Rashford and Ronaldo, they managed to get a 3-2 win with a much better performance in the second half. Manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was philosophical about it.
We've got a habit of doing this at this club, but as I said, I thought we played well, and then out of nothing they scored the first goal, and then another set play, a goal. But they never kept believing, they never stopped believing. They kept on going, made a few mistakes, yeah, but we kept going.
Jason Momoa has been a busy guy, is in the new sci-fi epic Dune, and is also just finished filming Aquaman 2. He was chatting with Ellen and he told her about the list of injuries he picked up on set, including scratching his cornea, picking up a hernia and damaging ribs. He was in good form though, as he told Ellen about taking his kids to the James Bond premiere, but was most excited about getting to meet Billie Eilish.
I finally got to bring my babies, we got all dressed up and, went shopping with my daughter and my son, and then we got to meet Billie Eilish, which is like, she's the biggest. I mean, for many people, but in our family, my children kind of, they shared her music with me first. And so it's like that first thing where I've shared so much music with them. That was the first one. And so when we saw her, we just lost it. I lost it. We all geeked out.
Hey, grab that brand new 2022 diary you've got on the shelf, pop it open to January the 21st and write down Ozark Season 4 premiere Netflix. Yep, everyone's favourite super dark and moody money laundering drama is back with Jason Bateman and Laura Linney once again up to their necks in sinister gangster business.
Money is, at its essence, that measure of a man's choices.
Why do I have this feeling we both know that you'd be better off dead?
Broken promises got consequences.
Sometimes, if you don't move forward, you die.
Today is a beginning.
This has been The Smart 7. Wherever you're listening, do us a favour and hit the follow button. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Have a great day.
Produced and published by Daft Doris.